Can I use a debit card for rental car collision coverage? Have you ever wondered if your debit card can help you out when renting a car? Let's break down how rental car collision coverage works with debit cards and what you need to know. Yes, you can use a debit card for rental car collision coverage, but it really depends on the benefits tied to that debit card and the policies of the rental car company. Some debit cards, especially those from major networks like Visa or MasterCard, offer auto rental collision damage waiver coverage. This coverage is similar to what credit cards provide. It generally protects against damage or theft of the rental vehicle. So, what does this coverage typically include? It can cover costs like repairs, loss of use fees, which are payments to the rental company for the time the car is being repaired, administrative fees, and sometimes even towing expenses. However, there are some important conditions to keep in mind. First, you usually need to pay for the entire rental transaction with the debit card that offers this coverage. This means you must use that debit card to start and finish the rental payment. Next, the coverage often only kicks in if you decline the rental car company's own collision coverage. If you decide to purchase the rental company's insurance, the debit card coverage might not apply. Also, this coverage typically applies only to the primary renter and any additional drivers listed on the rental agreement. If you have a long rental period in mind, be aware that there may be limits on how long the coverage lasts, often up to 30 or 31 consecutive days. Another thing to consider is that this coverage usually acts as secondary if you have personal auto insurance. This means it will reimburse deductibles and some extra fees after your own insurance pays. If you do not have personal auto insurance, the debit card coverage may act as primary. It's important to note that not all debit cards provide this benefit. The extent of coverage can vary widely between card issuers and card types. To be sure, check the specific terms and conditions of your debit card's benefits guide or contact the card issuer to confirm eligibility and coverage details. From the perspective of car insurance, rental car collision coverage from debit cards can be a helpful supplement or alternative to purchasing insurance from the rental company. However, it is generally not as extensive as personal auto insurance policies that include collision and comprehensive coverage. Keep in mind that rental car collision coverage from debit cards typically does not cover liability for injury or damage to other vehicles or property. This is usually covered by your personal auto insurance or the rental company's liability insurance. So, while debit cards can provide rental car collision coverage, it is essential to verify your card's benefits, understand the limitations of the coverage, and consider how it works with your personal auto insurance. This way, you can ensure you have the right protection during your rental period.